I honestly don't know how I feel about a year from now. This is the 2021 film directed by Ricky Kennedy, and to be honest, there were aspects of this that I thought could be interesting, but for the most part, I found it to be quite poorly developed. It's an interesting premise with a very likable protagonist. Our protagonist, Veronica, is played by Athena Hayes, and I loved her performance. I loved the character. I thought she had a great personality and a really great energy, even though she was quite a lethargic character most of the time, but I enjoyed watching her performance. IMDb describes this as a twist on A Christmas Carol and Groundhog Day, where a woman experiences 7 years of her future over the course of one week. I adore Groundhog Day inspired films, so straight away I thought I was going to enjoy that aspect of it. And I appreciate the uniqueness. It's not the only film to do this, but basically, Veronica wakes up every morning for a week, and it's a different Christmas morning spanning over a year. And she watches her family grow and change around her engagements, the births of babies, not literally the birth, but the arrival of a baby, watching everybody else in her life progress with their careers, their relationships, while she seems stuck in limbo. Not just because she's not been able to do anything for 7 years, but because her current life is very repetitive. And it's kind of just showing her that if you stay in this place, you're not going to move. And now that seems like stating the obvious, but I think a lot of people think that, oh, my life will be different in 5 years' time, but they never really do anything to change it. They never take chances. I'm talking about myself a lot here as well. Never take risks. But if you could see every Christmas morning of your life for the next 7 years, how different would it be? In 7 years' time, how different will your Christmas morning be to the way it was last year or this year, depending on when you're watching this? I think it's a really interesting concept and certainly made me think. And I enjoyed the thoughts. And being a writer, I enjoyed Veronica as a protagonist. I thought she was really relatable to me in more ways than I'd care to admit. But the actual action, once you kind of get over the initial shock of waking up on Christmas morning yet again and kind of coming to terms with things being repeated yet again, not a lot happens. It's not very exciting. I didn't like most of the characters. I didn't mind Veronica's parents, but her sister and her sister's partner I didn't like them at all. I didn't really think they were very interesting. So it's a really fascinating concept, and I kind of like what it encouraged me to think about. And if a film can do that, that has to be a good thing. But actually watching it, I enjoyed Veronica, but I didn't really enjoy anything else about it. So would I recommend it? If you have a particular penchant for films inspired by Groundhog Day, I'd say give it a go because it is an interesting take on it. But if there's nothing jumping out at you immediately, then I'm not going to say it's a film you have to see and rush out to. I watched it on Amazon Prime. Because there's nothing in it that's very well developed. It's not the best written. Some of the characters are not the best written. Veronica I really liked, but aside from that, it doesn't really have a lot going for it.